we will not retreat, we will not surrender. It is either we get this Biafra or we die getting Biafra. There is no other alternative. Biafra is the only thing worth fighting for. We don't do it because of the living. I do not pursue Biafra because of those that are alive. I do it because of those that are dead. 5.2 million people, and amongst them over 1 million children who were starved to death, who were killed for no other reason than the fact that they are the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama. And for that reason and that reason alone, my obligation to the dead far outweigh that which I owe to the living. It outweighs it. Because of that, this very effort must continue. And Biafra will come, that we may know that indeed Chukwu Abiyama is God. Therefore, it doesn't matter how many we are, the numbers we are, with what we have been able to accomplish previously, which I can only regard as phenomenal. There is no way, there is nothing that tells me that Biafra will not come. The time has come. The gates of heaven, they are open to make sure that the abundance of grace and of blessing of glory is bestowed upon his own children. Those are the children today we call the indigenous people of Biafra. I welcome you wherever you are. This is your platform. This is your radio station. You fund it, you support it. Therefore, if you call us, we will be able to take your call. And as always, we have told you previously that we are on a universal telephone number. That number is +44 208 133 9976. And I expect the barrister to come to me via this same line as well. Please, barrister, if you're listening, I expect the very eminent barrister Anthony to please come through to me.
Please stay tuned, don't go away. Listen to it to a point before we start taking our calls.
The previous number he calls me with is currently indisposed for reasons best known to us. That is the best way I can put it. The number to call once again is +44 208 133 9976. We are also on Skype. We have 2 Skype lines, Radio Biafra and also Radio Biafra 1. Radio Biafra and Radio Biafra 1. Any of those platforms, if you call it, if you add us, as long as you place a call through to us, we will be able to very graciously accept your call. This is your radio station. This is Radio Biafra. I will proceed.
This is exclusively for all those who have been complaining that they didn't. I wasn't a member of IPOB when these broadcasts were made, so I'm sharing it with you. I'm listening. I'm here sitting down listening, and we're going to listen to it to a point because I can't air the whole thing. The time is longer than my own time that I'm supposed to use for broadcast. So we'll be able to take our calls, so stay tuned. Just keep listening because I'm going to ask you questions. I will need you to explain to me what you grabbed from those things, especially those of us who were not here when it first happened.
Go and look at Iraq. ISIS is sweeping through the whole place. Al-Shabaab, or whatever they are called, are occupying the governments of Eastern Africa and Central Africa as well. Boko Haram has come with the sponsorship of the elite. Now, when I mean elite, I don't mean in terms of intellect. I mean elite in terms of criminality and the ability to loot, to cheat, to pillage, and to kill. If you look at what the so-called elite of the Hausa Fulani is doing by sponsoring Boko Haram, giving them unfettered access to finance, you will understand that we are in very severe mess. Sanusi, whatever his name is, when he was the central bank governor, was the person who made sure that every Boko Haram money was cleaned up before getting to the international market. You don't know that Boko Haram are investing abroad in stocks and shares to ensure that they will have ceaseless access to cash flow with which to be able to buy weapons to kill you. How many Catholic churches have been taken over? How many Christians have been killed? How many Biafrans are we still mourning today who have been killed? How many dead bodies do you have in Lagos? This is open. Over 1,000 Igbo corpses in Lagos. They cannot come home. How many of you are being buried in mass graves in the northern part of this very damnable Mohammedan Emirate of the North? How many of you are languishing in jails all over the world? How many of you are doing cleaning jobs with your PhDs? How many of you are running about looking for papers, even looking for a grandmother to marry in order for your papers to be normalized? How many of us will continue to suffer this way, and for how long, I ask? For how long are we going to live like wretched people? We only visit home if we're very lucky. 2 weeks in 10 years. You go to your father's compound only 2 weeks in 10 years. That is not the way to live as a human being. That is not proper. That is not right. That is what we are here to change, and that is why you must support us in so doing. that Biafra may come. Now you understand that you owe Biafra more than Biafra ever owes you, that is the only way that will lead you to salvation. That is why to us Biafra will and must remain our religion. As long as we worship God in truth and honesty, as long as we do not lie, we do not cheat, we do not deceive, as long as we come with very clean heart, as long as our hands are clean, as long as we invite Chukwu Abiyama, who can only see in the dark, to inspect our mind, our soul, our hearts, to understand that we are pure, we are clean, that we are incorruptible, whiter than snow. There is no way that Biafra will not come. Biafra must come, and in so doing usher in the reign of goodness and kindness upon all mankind. People should not mind the fact that we are presently located in the darkest part of Africa, where people all around us cannot grasp the finest nuances of civilization. People are incapable of understanding what it takes to run a civilized society. We are not developed in terms of technology, in terms of our built environment. We have no sewage system. There is no electricity. There is no medicum at all of any potable water being distributed. Nothing is happening. No functional education system, no healthcare, nothing is happening at all. When the president falls sick, he travels to Germany. When my grandmother falls sick in the village, where is she going to travel to? These are people without conscience. These are those that call themselves politicians, but in essence are mere criminals, infused with primitive tendency to steal, to pillage, to loot. That is the hallmark of an average, pot-bellied, useless politician from black Africa. As black as their soul is. Very, very sad. Very, very disheartening. Very, very painful. This is Radio Biafra. We welcome you. I have said it before and I'll continue to say it. If you don't know how to invite other people to join what we are doing, you need to text them. Send bulk text messages. You can even announce it on Twitter. You can send emails. It is not difficult. I am listening to Radio Biafra. Come and listen with me as well. Tell them how they can get it. You can use Facebook as well. You can announce it on your wall. You can send inboxes to people. I don't know how come we are so lazy. Do you know why Caucasians are very, very successful? White people, do you know why they are successful? It's because they never ever give up. They keep going until they succeed. How many of us can send men upon what is in essence a bomb to try and explore the outer space? Most of you today are using mobile phones, enjoying it. Oh, I'm on mobile phone. Can you see me on WhatsApp? Can you see me on Tango? I'm on Viber. I called you on Tango. You didn't answer me. I called you on Viber. Do you know how they came about? Do you know that there will be no Tango, there will be no Viber without the presence of satellites orbiting this very earth? Are you aware of that? That those satellites are in outer space. Do you know human beings went there to go and put them up? Do you know that the mobile phone you're enjoying today, watching YouTube, enjoying this, do you know people suffered and died that you may have YouTube, that you may be able to receive Facebook on your handheld devices? Do you know that? Do you know that without the presence of satellite in outer space, these things will not be possible? Do you know that people are listening to Radio Biafra right now across 5 continents of the world because of the presence of satellite in outer space? How did they get there? Do you think it's magic? Yuri Gagarin of Russia went into outer space. He was sitting on nothing. It was a bomb, a bomb, in fact, the rocket he was sitting on. Sputnik, I think it was called. Went to outer space to go and explore. And then after that, the Americans followed suit by going to the moon, so we are told. Today you have, I'll call it hundreds of satellites running around this very earth, giving you your sat-nav, your tom-tom, giving you direction. They are the ones asking you which shop do you want to go and shop, so they can tell you the nearest restaurant, the nearest petrol station. How do you think those things became possible? They became possible because there are satellites in outer space. Do you know how many people were blown up trying to go to space? Do you know how many times they had engine failures trying to go to outer space? Yet they did not stop trying until today. You have your smart devices through which you can receive Radio Biafra via outer space. It is not good to quit. That is the problem with black Africa. We love quitting. We don't have the mental strength to sustain any battle, any campaign. We love quitting. We love to quit. We love life so much, and yet we are wretched within it. That is why if you are listening to Radio Biafra, if you consider yourself a Biafran, you must do what we do on Radio Biafra. We do not quit. We continue. the editorial board of Radio Biafra, by inference, the directorate of the indigenous people of Biafra, we don't stop until we succeed at what we are doing. We are going back to our embassy in Spain on the 11th of this very month because people made it possible. People had sleepless nights to ensure that Biafra has a mission in Catalonia, that we have a place we call our own in Catalonia. It's not by mere wishful thinking. If you don't know how to do it where you are, you go and ask those that have succeeded in doing it. How did you manage to do yours? So that you may copy from them and do what is right before God and before man. This is Radio Biafra. This is your radio station. I must proceed, therefore, to the presentation of our news headlines this morning and accompanying you some, as I have said before. If you're joining us for the very first time, if you're not accustomed to the ways by which we do things here, our lines will soon open. When it does open, the number to call will remain +44 208 133 9976. Thank you, Chamefa, for last night. I wasn't able to present the program because I was traveling back all the way from Amsterdam back to the United Kingdom. The number is +44 208 133 9976. We are on Radio Biafra and also Radio Biafra 1. Barrister Mazi should come to me via +44 208 133 9976.
All right, that was a repeat broadcast. Like I told you, I made a promise that before I get on air in the morning every day from yesterday, I was going to air our leaders, one of his earlier broadcasts. This was in 2014. This was a time when I wasn't even a member of IPOB. This is Radio Biafra USA 2, and we're still broadcasting live from here in New York. Let's get to the program for today.
Condone evil. What we are not going to accept is the indiscriminate wholesale slaughter of our people, also in Malaysia, of course. Nigeria gave them the permission to do so because we are being killed indiscriminately in the zoo, and nobody gives a damn. That is why the must stop. This is
there are many things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. I wonder seriously. I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no reason why they got independence from a country where the police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming independent, these band of vandals and animals created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. It's civilian. They created a police force. They created mobile police, the riot police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying to you, in order for them to master everything that is to do with violence, to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came, turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave power over to a set of black people again, continuing even worse subjugation of their own people. And you're telling me these people are human beings? Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, is that what you want me to believe that? If they are normal, they have to prove it. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't come, you are an animal. Biafra is the only justification you have to exist as a human being. Anybody saying that they are, he or she is a Nigerian, that person is worse than a fool. He asked me this morning here, why do you call them animals? I said, because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Only a dog and a cat can do that. A white man came from Scotland, said your name is Nigeria, you accepted it without asking questions, which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had your brains been working properly, you will say no. That this is.
And they started bombing their own people. Only in the zoo They've run away again, always to Cameroon, the safe haven of Nigerian soldiers. They have run once again to Cameroon. Did they not say that the chief of army general staff, that rubbish name they call those monkeys from the zoo, they say he is in Borno to take charge of the operation. Kenneth Minima, he is there. Is the chief of chaos, more or less, COAS, chief of army staff is there, and the high command to take charge of the operation. Maybe he has run to Cameroon as well. Like his troops, mad people, ill motivated, they are running away against an Islamic ragtag army. Let them wait until they meet Biafrans. They will see what war is really like. Because Biafra must come through war. We have to fight to get Biafra. I don't believe in peacefully negotiated Biafra. When the time for peace comes, if that is the only way forward, I will resign my commission. I will stop doing what I'm doing and go back and sleep and spend some time with my beautiful wife. I will post her picture so that you will all see it. What I have abandoned to come and serve Biafra. And ask how many of you can do what I have done. Not very many people. When the time comes for this peaceful rubbish, I will abandon it for those who believe in peace to go and get it. As for me, in as I'm concerned, Biafra will come through war. Biafra will come through war. You may not like it, but that is the way we prefer it. Because this nonsense has gone on for too long. They are killing our people. Are they not making war against us by killing our people? When they burn Catholic churches and kill our people in it, are they not making war against us? When they go, we are coming back from market and they abduct us in Lagos and deport us, some of us dead, are they not making war against us? When they come and knock down our shops, when they come and destroy our businesses, are they not making war against us? When they come and burn down our houses, when they kidnap our daughters and forcibly convert them to Islam, are they not making war against us? What are we not talking about? Are they not making war against us? Because we've been very docile. Being very, very quiet. That is why people, every idiot comes around and messes around with Biafrans. Every fool, you come around and you think that you can take Igbo people for a ride. Everybody, to the extent whereby Abba has been neglected by somebody who claims he's a governor, who comes out to speak every blessed day. Abba is decaying. Abba has decayed, not even decaying. Because every fool thinks they can take us for a ride. What can they do? Even Amechi said it. You people don't stone us. We steal your money. You do nothing. That is the governor of Rivers State telling ordinary people, you don't do anything to us, so we continue stealing your money. That rubbish has to come to an end. We say all the things that the world may hear. It wouldn't come to them as a surprise. We are not warmongers. We are not killers. We don't intend to kill anybody, but if Biafra doesn't come, everything in it dies. Everybody in the zoo will be chased on the street. This is Radio Biafra. Welcome you. Once again, we ask you continually to welcome other people as well. You must tell them that you're listening to Radio Biafra, and you will tell them that the number with which they can get us when our lines open will remain +44 or 0044 208 133 9976 +44 208 133 9976. This is Radio Biafra. We welcome you. House of Fallen Islamic terrorists Boko Haram finally overruns Bama. We are reporting this morning high cases of deserters of Nigerian army against Boko Haram terrorists, dangerous for military and the zoo.
Don't forget this is a repeat broadcast, so disregard those numbers, please.
Not fight for good. I wish we can reason. That army cannot fight. The people that fight in the army are Biafrans. They are the ones that went to Liberia, Ekomog. All these things are all Biafran sons. They will not fight against us. Therefore, the army of the zoo is no more. The infantry they used to get from the so-called Middle Belt, the Langtang people that used to join the infantry to fight us, they only came to fight us because the British were supporting them. Now the British will be foolish to support not Boko Haram, of course, to support the Nigerian army, because they themselves, the British, are under siege. England is under siege by ISIS. They are back and are looking for a good time to strike. So England itself is looking to save, him or herself, however you wish to put it. Talk less of coming to dabble into the affairs of people that eat goro and granite. Can you imagine a life with this? Let us say that we live and we die. Of course, everybody's going to, every living thing dies anyway eventually. You die, the day you die, you go to go and see God or to see Lucifer. And the Quincy will ask you, who actually is your leader back home? You say it is those that drink blood and drink milk. People from the desert. They are Wasan and the Fulani. They are your leaders. When you look at Atiku Abubakar, Ibrahim Babangida, Abdul Salami Abubakar Babangida, these are very filthy, dirty people. that had nothing before. The British made it possible for them to acquire the few thinking faculties that they possess. They are the ones ruling you. They are the ones in charge of your lives. People that drink the blood of, they don't even eat meat before. It's the blood of the cattle that they eat, that they drink, and the milk. And they are your leaders. People that came all the way from Mali, they are the Moorish people. They are not indigenous even to the zoo. The only people who are original are Hausa people. The rest are recent migrants, Fulani people. They are the ones ruling you. And you're proud to say, I am a Nigerian. Have you seen what they do to people that present Nigerian passport at the airport? If you want to have fun with your friends, go to the airport and mistakenly tender a Nigerian passport. Just stand somewhere and watch what will happen. They start pressing button everywhere. Even those who are asleep, they wake them up. Now we have seen a green passport. Green passport is here. Green passport is here. Everybody becomes an everybody, including the woman selling tea, even the cleaner, everybody stands to attention. They have seen a green passport. That is the fate you are suffering because you are in the zoo, because you are a monkey, because anybody answering to a Nigerian is the creation of Frederick Lugard. In other words, Frederick Lugard is your God. Frederick Lugard is your God. You must repent, you must change. High case of deserters, Nigerian army against Boko Haram terrorists. Dangerous for the military. Nigeria has no military. Give us the resources we need to buy the weapons we need. We destroy the zoo completely. Now is the time to take them apart. Now is the time to do it. Delay is very dangerous. Hand over Hausa Fulani Islamic terrorist Boko Haram sponsors to ICC. APC tells Jonathan to hand over to ICC. That means you need to hand over Tinubu, hand over Buhari, you hand over Babangida, you hand over Atiku Abubakar, you hand over the Sultan of Sokoto. If you do all these things, there will be peace and quiet. But we want what is happening to continue, please. That is the shortest way for us to get Biafra. Peter Obi says he's mobilizing Igbos in the diaspora for President Jonathan 2015. He denies Iron Anyim's job. That is what they do at the World Igbo Congress collection. I said it before that is why I hate the word Igbo.
This is a repeat broadcast.
Very, very foolish. This idiot went to another place they call World Igbo Congress. Do you know what they do there? They go there to go and pick up those that they will send money to buy houses for them in America. The money that they're looting, the laundering of money, they go to World Igbo Congress serves to deplete the resources coming from Igbo land. Their job is to make sure that politicians go and find middle agents through them, through which they will siphon our money away from Biafra land, away from Igbo land, to go to America to buy houses. They will come back and tell you, Igbo come together. These are vagabonds and vermins you have answering World Igbo Congress, my fruit. Mad people. That is where they go to go and lobby. That gets money from the Nigerian government. They remind me of another group of people. All these people, all these men and women that are the reason why, they remain the reason why this bondage, this cloud of darkness, this era of hopelessness, this reign of destitution continues to pervade in our lives. They are the reason why. Sometimes I don't blame Hausa Fulani men. They only kill us. These are the reason. These are the people that make it possible for Hausa Fulani to kill us. The likes of Peter Obi. Those that go to World Igbo Congress. They will perish, all of them, one after the other. And with them, their families. They should watch and see. They will perish. They don't know how upset we are. People think we're on radio, we are just talking. Very soon, we shall descend upon them. They will know that Boko Haram is a child's play. We've made it very clear. The zoo is going to be worse than Somalia. It's a promise, it's a pledge, it's an oath we have taken. The zoo must be reduced to nothing. They think that I am bad. They should wait to see what comes behind me. The men and women behind me are worse than me. I tell you, they are worse. Far more impatient than I am. Worse than me. We continue. Biafra Zionist Federation threatens to drag Inspector General of Police to ICJ over prolonged detention of members. Threatens to. We've been threatening, including myself. We threaten all the time. We threaten to eat in the morning, we threaten to eat in the afternoon, yet there is no food. We threaten that if there's no light, something will happen, yet there is no light. We should stop threatening and go into action. That is the only thing the zoo understands. Guns and death. If you want us to, which we are working very hard to do anyway, if you want Onwuka to come out with the rest, we have to engage the zoo militarily. That is the only language they understand. Anything else is hogwash. Rubbish. We are wasting our time. I commend the army, the volunteers we have right now for their diligence, for their steadfastness. They have been waiting for me. They must remain in camp and they must continue to wait until I return to see them. They must continue to wait. What we are asking for is gathering momentum. The arms they ask for, we shall provide for them. The support they are looking for, we shall give them. We shall give them. People must understand this, that we are without fear before our enemies. Heaven knows I don't entertain any iota of fear in what I do for my country. I don't expect any member of the editorial board to do the same. I don't expect the directorate to do the same. I expect each and every person listening to Radio Biafra, everybody who is a citizen of Biafra, who identifies as a Biafran where they are, but collectively as the indigenous people of Biafra, must understand this. You will remain without fear in the presence of your enemies, regardless of the effect on you or the consequences. Because we must be honorable. There has to be some semblance of honor in what we do, or else we are just like the other monkeys in the zoo called Nigeria. We hope that all of you tweeted yesterday. If you haven't tweeted, you must continue to tweet today to make up for your lack of tweet yesterday. Every Tuesday is Tweet Tuesday. Next week we find another theme upon which to tweet for or against, as the case may be. We must continue to do what is right. Hard work.
This is a repeat broadcast.
It's not just saying Biafra, 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 Biafra. You must work hard for it. It just doesn't fall from heaven. You work hard for it. And I thank those of you, 2 or 3 people, who thought it necessary to support us, which is always very welcome, because the work we are doing is very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. People must continue to support this very fine effort we are making. We acknowledge the family all over the world and what you're doing to support this very effort. We want individuals to do the same on a regular, consistent basis. If we were doing that all this while, there would be no need for defense fund. We'll just dip hands into our coffers and buy all the necessary ammunition and weapons we need in order to defend our land against encroaching Islam. Once again, I must thank the parliamentarians of Norway, the Norwegian people, for the support they have given to Biafra and for their public declaration that they will support our effort. We thank them and we thank the family in Norway as well.
All right, I have to stop it here now. Do some other advertisements and give you other information that we need to continue before we open up the line. I hope you did listen, and I pray that when you call me, you don't take my attention away from what you've heard. That's all we need this morning, and I'll be doing that on the daily basis. Any day I come on air, I'll work in advance to make sure that I aired some of those ones. This was 3rd of September 2014, when most of us were not even members of IPOB. We were listening free of charge at that time before we decided to join. I hope some of you are listening every morning when I come in. The first thing I want to start with is one of the old broadcasts for us to be able to see what it was in the beginning and be able to compare and see if there are changes. He spoke about the volunteers in 2014. That's what I picked up. So in other words, Abawa and Qatar today, the Qatar has been on for a long time. And now, how many years after that, they are all over the place giving everybody a sleepless night. The enemies are looking for them in the streets. They are not in the street, they're in the bush. And this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Let's continue from where we stopped.
My name, after all, you answer Ahamefula. My name should not be lost. By answering Nigeria, you have abandoned your name, you have abandoned your traditions and your heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish. But we want to make this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will worship God forever and ever. Because the delivery of Biafra from bondage, the extrication of the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, from that very abominable entity, will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Chukwu Abiyama is a Biafran. The world is about to see something they've not seen before. That Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them to do is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to form one Nigerian place. We have the documents. The documents we signed with them was to trade with Royal Niger Company. We never gave them the consent to go and form Nigeria. This is one thing that the so-called band of Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Iyke in particular. Did we give our consent to look at to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Why did they hand over to a group of black men that continued the same slavish mentality impacted upon them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of human development. The one who look man, I understand, is here. Is that not correct? The son is here, dancing from one nightclub to another, making prostitutes very, very rich on your money. And some of us go to that nightclub to go and clean that nightclub to be able to feed and pay house rent. That money is coming from your land. The one who look man is here in Austria with money stolen from Biafra. Him and the children are living it large, having fun. In the morning, we will go to the nightclub where the son went to party to go and clean that nightclub that we can get money to feed. Do you now see why I say that there's something wrong with us? Only an animal can allow that to happen. Not a sensible human being. Why do you think everybody revolted in the world? That is a sign of civilization. When you revolt against any oppressive regime or system, that is a sign that you are now matured as a human being. Or else you're an animal. You are an animal. When we preach the gospel on radio, Biafra, we tell you the truth. If you have any counter opinion, you present it. People shouldn't look at us and say, oh, you are insulting us. No, I am telling you the fact. The fact that you're a Nigerian means you're an animal. Only an animal can accept the name given. Is that true or false? Then every Nigerian is an animal. We preach the truth here. They don't know what is coming at them. As I will keep reminding them, before we came, nobody could tell you the truth this way. Now that we are here, they can't tell you. We are not here to pamper you and put cream on you. If you have a problem, we cut it out completely. Surgery. Cut out the problem. We don't raise the wound. We cut out the rubbish and throw it away and heal you properly. And you survive. Than nursing an injury or wound that never improves.
We have other fake ones that are there. Let the followers be your guide. 2,5,2,000 followers. Avoid fake DSS created accounts in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are many of them out there. Be very, very careful. So that's on Friday. That's coming on Friday, 22nd, 9 a.m. Biafran land time. Make sure that you stay tuned. Tune in. Don't go away. Make sure that this time ESN fundraising. IPOB Italy announced ESN Zoom fundraising meeting. All Biafrans are invited. The time will be 9:30 p.m. EU time, European time, 9:30 a.m. PM. The evening. The number to call, the ID is 872-888-4292. I repeat, Zoom meeting, the ID is 672-888-4292. Just write it down. The password is ESN. You are free to join. Doesn't matter where you're from, Europe, from here in America, from all over the world. Please join that Zoom meeting. It's a fundraising meeting. It's on the 30th of January 2021. On the 30th, that's when it's going to hold. Don't forget, ESN fundraising in the IPOB Italy. Announce it. Time 9:30 p.m. EU time. The date is 30th day of January 2021. The Zoom ID is 672-888-4292. The password, ESN. So you get into the meeting. And make sure that you tune in, don't go away, because it's coming up the same way that we had one here in America that was very successful, was quite successful. So the European people are doing theirs now. All of us will be there. We'll try to tune in. It doesn't matter from all. The world is so little now that we can join the meeting comfortably, just as well as those in Europe. For those of you in Biafra land, you can do the same. Wherever you have the appropriate internet, and you'll be able to log in. Don't forget the bank account for ESN here in the United States. For those of you who are not living in the States that want to donate to ESN from the outside, you can use our website. The website is www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That's where you can make your donation. Make sure that you send it there. When you send it there, it will go into the proper account. I repeat, it's www.ipobinusa, it's one word, ipobinusa.org/donate. And for those who don't want to use the internet, the account is Chase Bank. From those of you outside New York that wish to make a donation, you can do that donation. The bank name is Chase Bank. The account name is Indigenous People of Biafra Patriots, INC. For those of you outside New York, it's INC, Indigenous People of Biafra Patriots, INC. The routing number is 044-000037. 044-000037. The account number is 669680-115. 669680-115. The Zelle email address, if you want to use Zelle, the email address is IPOBUSANA. It's one word, IPOBUSANA at yahoo.com. This account is an authentic account that has been approved for you. For those of you outside New York, there is one for New York also. When I put my hand on that one, I will give it to you. For those of us who live in New York that wish to make donation to the Patriots, to the volunteers, we need money for them. That's the only way we can survive. They need money. We need money. Everybody needs money to survive, and there's money that is needed to be able to put them, keep them, food them, take care of them. Our leader said something about 2014. Can you imagine that about these people, the volunteers? That's what they are. Today we have seen them live. So they are live with us, and there's no doubt about it. They are here to stay regardless of what anybody says. All right, when I put my hand on the account on New York, I'll still read it out to you. There's one that has a difference there in the name is Indigenous People of Biafra, New York Patriots, NY Patriots. I will read that account number later when I put my hand on it. Meanwhile, let's stay tuned. Don't go away. Make your calls. The line is open for you. If you want to make a call, it's 646-920-4541. 5703-528-442 +1 929-406-9953. Make your calls if you want to. The lines are open for you.
Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting their people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them enter there. I brought in civilization, brought in their religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religion splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, nah. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms.
All right, here again, I come into the account for, here is the account. We must make payment to bank. Name is JP Morgan Bank. That's for those in New York, exclusively New York. It says account name is Indigenous People of Biafra, NY Patriots, INC. The account number is 672-981-617. The account number 672-981-617. That's for New York. But those outside that also want to pay onto that account, they can do so, but it's exclusively for New York. When I say New York, I'm talking about state of New York, not just the city of New York. The 5 boroughs, if you're in New York, anywhere you are in the state, your account name is Indigenous People of Biafra, NY Patriots, INC. Account number is 672-981-617. 672-981-617. The routing number is 021 000021. Routing number 021 000021. That's 4 zeros by before the number 21. The SWIFT code is CHAS-US 33. CHAS-US 33. As those of you who are outside, I think we want to do like a bank transfer, you can use that. Then the Zelle information, if you want to send the money through Zelle, is IPOBNY Patriots. One word. IPOBNY Patriots. PATRIOTS @yahoo.com. Make sure you use that account if you're resident in New York State. I'm not saying city, but New York, anybody in New York, this is the account you're going to use in making your payment. The other account is national. So anybody international, anybody around the world that you want to make donations, you can use the first number that I called out. But this one is particularly for those in New York State. They can use it, make their payments, put your dues and your support for ESN. That's the account that you use. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. The line is still open for you. So you make your calls at 646-920-4541, 5703-528442, +1 929-406-9953. Don't forget, today we're discussing what we just heard on the past broadcast. Like I promised you, somebody actually requested me to go back more, so I'm going to do that as much as I can. But the one I did was 3rd of September 2014. We're still going to go back, much back. All right, so stay tuned. Don't go away.
Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayoy, Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland, my originality. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Oh, sweet home, my fatherland. I believe in Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Yes, there was a country before they came from. Yeah, my home, my fatherland. Yes, it's a reality. Biafra is a reality.
All right, now I have something here from our leaders page that I'm going to read out to you while we're still waiting for you to make your calls. It is not clear. Is it not clear now to all and sundry, especially my Yoruba brethren, that Fulani grand stratagem is to use a Fulani herdsmen terrorists from all across the Sahel to conquer our ancestral lands in the entire South, thereby turning the whole of Nigeria into an almighty Fulani caliphate, as IPOB has been warning for years. In their ignorance, some ignorant Yoruba Fulanized commentators and journalists called us all manner of unprintable names just because we saw what they were unable to see many years back. Very sadly, some Yoruba journalists and Efulefus in the East never knew they were helping the cause of their own demise when they foolishly supported the illegal proscription of IPOB. Little did these a few misguided individuals, especially Yoruba media practitioners, know that Fulani terrorists in Aso Rock saw IPOB as the only credible obstacle on their path to the total conquest of the entire South. They moved swiftly with the help of local traitors, the likes of Dave Umahi and Nyangodo, to tag a peaceful mass movement a terrorist organization in the hope of killing it. Thankfully, they failed. Today, my Yoruba friends are feeling the full impact of true Janjaweed intentions of this Fulani presidency on their lives. Fulani will, as usual, attempt to deceive you with Tinubu presidency, or as they have been doing for years with Igbo vice presidency, all in a bid to occupy our forests and drive us into the Atlantic Ocean. If Ametekun fails to drive away this Fulani army of darkness from Yoruba forests, as ESN is now gallantly doing in the East, the whole of Yoruba land, or what is left of it after the loss of Ilorin to the Caliphate, will be lost to the Fulani conquistadors forever. I never knew that word. Remember how they took Ilorin from you. Don't allow history to repeat itself. Reject Tinubu presidential ambition or else you are doomed. Insist on referendum. ESN is forever, whether they like it or they don't like it. Now look at what the headmen are saying. The Punch paper just published said that headsmen can't leave Ondo forest. Presidency replies, Akere Dolu, okay, that's one of the governors, telling them that they should leave. It is clear now how all the sundry, that especially my Yoruba brethren, you see, they are occupying the bushes in the Yoruba land, and the governor is asking them to leave, but the presidency is saying they are not going to leave. Amotekun, don't let this happen to you guys. Go there and drive them off. Why are they doing the bush? Why can't they come into the city and rent a house and live with it like other people? Why? Because they have ulterior motives. That's why we don't live in the bush when you go to their homes, if they ever have any home, because the Fulani has no home actually in Nigeria. They are immigrants. They came from somewhere. They should go back to where they came from. But then, even if they want to live with you because they are humans, they should live in the community like everybody else. Go out there, rent a house, pay taxes to government, and live. You don't go to the bush and live in the bush and think somebody's going to keep quiet. It is time for us to wake up. Our leader has said this before. Actually, I remember something that one of the Fulefus, one of us, somebody who happens to have come from my place, they call him Joey Wokwe, he said something many years ago. He said, Boko Haram is not dangerous, that the most dangerous people are IPOB. Then I wasn't a member of IPOB. I was like, what is this man talking about? Now, he's an intellectual himself. He's educated man, he's written some books. So he knew, or he knows, that the pen is mightier than the sword. Oh yes. And among IPOB, we have the people that have the brain, that they have a lot of pen in their hands, and they can write something. The other ones are just kubu, Boko Haram swords. That's all they do, cut off head, rape women, and that's all they can do. So he didn't look at them as being dangerous. He looked at IPOB as the people that have the pen that can tell the world what is going on. And that's exactly the way our leader went through it. He is gradually taking away those blocks that will fall apart. That in the end, the foundation is where we are right now. We're going to dig it up and then bury it forever. And there will be nothing called the zoo. The zoo is going to go into the annals of history as once upon a time, sorry, I'm going to tell our children, there was a place called Nigeria. And now we don't know what has happened to it. It's somewhere. Referendum is the solution to this problem. If they don't want a referendum, well, they can do it with the way they want it, but we are insisting that we are not going to go away. If they think we're going to just walk away and drop our hands and say we don't want Biafra anymore, then that's how stupid they are. They should be thinking about that. It's an idea. Once it takes hold, all you need to do is sit down, talk to the people, and find out what is their problem. Because if you think that they are going to go away, just fold their hands and just go away, it's not going to happen. Honestly, it's definitely not going to happen.
All men around the globe, this is the voice of indigenous people of Biafra, Lagos Zoo, and the entire family around the globe. Referendum, what to demand? We are not asking for war. Referendum, what to demand? We are not asking for war. Referendum, what to demand? We are not asking for war. The book of Jah made us to know there is time for everything under the sun. The book of Jah made us to know there is time for everything under the sun. A time to burn, a time to die, a time to burn,
right, I guess I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Let me take your call. Good morning, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Stefania. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. I'm from Newe province.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Mazi, thank you for another day, the 20th day of January 2021. I thank God for all his mercies and kindness towards us. May his name be glorified. Thank God for the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank God for the life of you guys that is broadcasting all the time on the radio. I thank God. May his name be glorified. May he give us all enablement to achieve our goals. In the name of Chukwokika Biam. Mazi, I heard what you said about this Moteku and the Fulanese, the presidency, their reply to the Yorubas. I was watching our brother Simon Ekpa yesterday on YouTube. Simon Ekpa was warning the brothers, Yoruba brothers, that on Friday, this coming Friday, that none of them will not answer any call by the Obas and the police commissioners, because the Fulanese has vowed to eliminate the Obas in the land of Yorubas. The prominent Obas they have in the land of Yorubas, that Brutai and his company has vowed to take them one by one, that they will eliminate them. So Simon Ekpa was warning them, warning every Yoruba, all the Yoruba, not to go anywhere. Now, the presidency has replied, a governor of Ondo State, that the Fulanese or the terrorists are not going anywhere. They will remain in their bush. My question now is, this presidency, is it not Femi Adesina? Femi Adesina, is he not a Yoruba man? Femi Adesina is the next Aponja. If they know, the Yorubas, if they know what it takes now, they will do all they can to eliminate the life of this idiot called Femi Adesina. Femi Adesina is the planner. He wants to kill all his people with the collaboration with this Brutai and his army. If they know what to do, they will fight against Femi Adesina. The presidency is not no other person but Femi Adesina. Femi Adesina is the next Aponja they have. Let them look around and see that Femi Adesina has sold the land of Yoruba to the caliphate. That's my input this morning.
Thank you,
Mazi.
Bye-bye. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls here to prepare ourselves for our...
We are here. Do you know how shameful it is for a grown-up man from Biafra land to abandon the father's compound? I am the first son of my father. My father never abandoned his father's compound, but I did, in order to survive. If something happens to me abroad and I don't go home, what happens to my family lineage? My own branch is closed. Do you know why our land is the way it is? When the white man came, our forefathers never gave them the first son, because the first son is the custodian of our way of life. They always gave them second to the last. Second to the last, almost finished. We gave them all people that came, servants that came. You will be amazed. I don't want to make some people feel bad. Everybody in those days that acquired very high education is not Madiala. Number one. Number two, they are not the first son. Go and check it out. They went abroad and copied rubbish and brought home. That is why you are here today. If Nigeria is working, we will be here today. The fact that we are outside in such large numbers, including those I'm seeing today, means that the zoo is not working. It has not worked for over 50 years. When is it going to work? When? Somebody should tell me. When will it work? They say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. I don't know what is a fool at 50, what it is. Maybe a fool at 50 should even exist in the first place. This is Radio Biafra. There will be nothing like us again. Nothing like us, I'm telling you that. Nothing like us. That is why we speak the truth. That is why we remain without fear in the presence of our enemies, because we don't have skeletons in our cupboard. I will debate anybody anywhere. When people try to talk nonsense about
what are they doing in the forest? What are they doing in other people's forests? Do human beings live in the forest or in the city? So, you people have to eschew politics here, because some of the major problems we are having was as a result of some people, because of their political ambition, they want to sell their land or their destiny to the common enemies, the Fulanis. You will critically see that Fulani have reduced and afraid to come to Biafra land because, like I used to say in the past, there's one language the Fulani understand: an eye for an eye, teeth for teeth. But if you are saying let's negotiate, let's make peace, it's not for Fulani people. They don't understand that language. The language they understand is confrontation. And when they see superior power, they will leave you. So before the addition and the presidency announced that they would stop the roaming on the street of the Fulani herdsmen, that was because they knew their base is in Biafra land, and they knew the damage they are going to incur, and there's not going to be any mercy. So, Dua people should rise up and support Akeredolu. If not, second Afonja is coming to be. They will take over both Lagos, both Oyo State, both Ekiti. They will take all of them, and it will happen in their open eye. And the time to rise up and stop these people is now. Already, we have stood up the Biafran people. It can only take time. Let me assure you people, Biafra will come. It doesn't matter whether you support it or you don't support it. Right. Biafra will come. That is just the truth. You can walk, it can belong to any side you want to belong. It can, if the Fulani, they went to bring Obiozo from our mama to make Ohanese. He can't do such a thing in our land. IPB have come to stay. IPB own Biafra land. We are serving the land, because we want to restore our land. We want to give them freedom. We want to give them peace. So if you are a politician, you are on the side of this caliphate to work against us or to make sure you bring our downfall. The assurance I'm giving you, time is coming very, very soon that you will not even be in our land and do any of these things. You will leave our land. You will go and side with the enemy in the enemy's camp, not in our camp. because we'll make sure we will root out everything, every damn thing that is working to dismember our people and our land and to kill our people. It will no longer happen again. And let me remind all of us, if you think Biafra can never go to war for this quest, you are making a mistake. If that is the only option remaining, if that is the only option he push us, 1967 to 70 is going to be a child's play. I am just telling you the prophecy that is the reality. It's not a joke. So you should prepare your mind either to say, let these people take their referendum, because of course, when we have our referendum, majority of Biafra will vote yes, and we must go. Human being cannot create a nation for us and push us to belong to that nation against our wish. You try to distort our history, who we are, so that we no longer know our history. At the same time, you subject us to unwanted situation. We will not take it. We will get Biafra. That is the land God has given to us. In that land, we will do exploit, and nothing will stop it. God bless Biafra, and God bless our leader. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Talking about Akinrolu, I read something in the Punch. The Punch is saying that disobedience to the lawmakers. The point is, the Yorubas, I don't know what they created their Amotokun for. Amotokun should go there and drive his people off. The governor have told them to leave. If they don't want to leave, use your security men to drive them off. Nothing will happen. The world is not going to fall. Nothing will happen. Don't fall to any form of threat by anybody. Do what the governor wants you to do, and that's it. Let me take this call. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi.
There we go.
Well, good morning, Mazi. Thank you for your program. Yeah. Mazi, thank you. Before I continue what I want to say, Mazi, that our brother when I was kidnapped want to come on the air, but the number I sent to him, he said he couldn't find it on WhatsApp. Please, I don't know if you can slowly call your WhatsApp number so that he can write it out now. He is waiting. He want to write the number and call. He want to come on air and explain and talk to Biafra by himself.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to read the number for him?
Yeah, just call the number. The number. Just call it so that the WhatsApp number.
All right. I will give him another WhatsApp number that will go quicker. So let him write it down. Is it there? +1?
Yeah.
845.
Yeah.
283.
Yeah.
9665.
+1
845
52 83 9665.
Yes. All right. Let me take another one in case if that one doesn't.
Okay, sir.
+1.
Okay. +1
570
570
352
352
8442.
I have sent this one to him. He said he cannot find it on WhatsApp.
All right. So okay.
It's all right. I think the two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So, Mazi, thank you. My little contribution before I go. You see, the clip of our leader you played today, that's why I said, Mazi, if you go back in 2014, you will find out that 2014, 2015, you find out that since our leader have started, they have never changed from who he used to be.
Yes.
Not by words, not by action. You hear when he was attacking World Igbo Congress. But when World Igbo Congress now, it's like they are changing their way. You hear him on his last broadcast recommending World Igbo Congress to take over from Ohanese.
Yes.
Because to him, he have seen that the World Igbo Congress is changing from what they used to be.
Yes.
They are coming back to their senses. So you see that this man that we call our leader, this man that have sacrificed his life, everything to talk about our welfare, he has never changed before. I've never shifted ground. From the beginning, he has been saying we need gun, we need bullets. to defend our land, that the Fulanis, the people we are dealing with, does not understand what peace is all about.
Yes.
Even though he is traveling all over the world campaigning for peace, campaigning for a referendum, till date, he has still not wiped off the confrontation, knowing fully well that the Zoo government can never, that Nigeria can never surrender in peace. Assuming our people are, assuming we are not typical the Jewish people that we were before. Up to date, we would have supported our leader with arms since 2015. By now, all of us would have been free from this mess. Or even until now, look at the volunteer talk at 2014.
Yeah.
Now, since that time, some people have been saying, when are the volunteers? When are the volunteers? Now the volunteers are everywhere. You can see them. And some people are still saying it's 17 people, it's 10 people, it is a Cameroonian fighters, it is this and that. All of those rubbish. There is nothing you can do on this earth to please our people. But I thank God for our leader because he doesn't listen for God. And how I wish that when he come out on Friday to take question, anybody that will ask him about the fallen angel, he should just tell them that he does not want to take any question from the about the fallen angels, because the fallen angels have fallen. Let them go to hell once and for all. Yes. Nobody should try to revive them again. Mazi, that's just my contribution. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls here. Our leader have an interactive session on Friday, so stay tuned. Make sure you go there, tune in, and then ask your questions. You'll be answered. Like my brother just said, I very much wish too that he doesn't talk about the fallen angels. Believe me, they are not important at all. We just give them a bed to lie and let them lie there and take care of their problem. Caller, good morning. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning. This afternoon here.
Welcome to the program. There you
go. There you sir. My name's Nabuchito Chigodri. I'm the one that Pastor Kelechi talked about now.
Oh, okay.
I want to come on air.
Okay, very well. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the program.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mazi, my main purpose of calling this afternoon is to tell my story by myself.
Yes.
Let it be that it's coming from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
So I want to also give out information to my fellow Biafrans who travel that are yet to come back to Lagos, because what I experienced, it was a very ugly situation. It was a very ugly experience. So it happened on a last 2 weeks on the 10th of January this month, while I was coming back from the east, because I traveled for Christmas celebration.
Yes.
So I was coming back with my brother friend who is married to a Chinese woman. So I was coming with them because of I just needed to save up transport. Or let me say, maybe I was looking for comfort. I just want to come with them.
Yes.
So we left on around 4 so that we can beat up the traffic.
Okay.
Getting to the nearby pass, there were two motors in front of us. One was a Giga, then another one is Mercedes-Benz. So it was around 6 in the morning. Okay. So the day was still dark.
Yes.
And the Giga, they were coming back because we saw multiple touches, like as if the man's roadblock.
Yes.
We saw multiple touches, and the Mercedes in the front was coming back, and the G-Wagon too was coming back. So our driver want to turn so that it can face one way. But unfortunately, as he was about to turn, the G-Guard on the speed from back coming, running to the bush and jam a bamboo tree.
Okay.
And it stopped. So the G-Wagon and Mercedes, I think they escaped. And those Fulani Janjaweed, they now rushed us and grabbed us. They took us inside the bush because there were many in numbers. And they had all kinds of weapons. They have different kinds of gun and charms on their neck and cutlasses. So, and while we were going inside the bush, I was thinking in my heart, is this how I'm going to die? I cannot die like a coward. Because these people, they have taught us a lot of lessons. And instead of me to die like those people I'm seeing on the internet, how they slaughter them, it's better I take action. Even though they shoot me or I die, I prefer die fighting for my life. But one thing came to my mind that I should calm down and follow them, because we were fighting the motor.
Yes.
The Chinese man, the Chinese woman and the husband are on the middle of the seat, while I was at the back, and the driver with another guy in the front. So the bush was very deep. We walked almost an hour, but later on we got to the final chamber. They tied our leg, they tied our hands back, they tied our eyes, and they strip us of naked. So we were lying down hopelessly. We were lying down for it's when it gets around 12:02, they now untie our hands and our eyes so that we can call our people. And by then they have already started billing us. They said the Chinese woman and the husband is going to pay 40 million. Because among them is only two people that can understand a little bit, what you are saying.
Okay.
Others, they don't understand anything. All they know is, I will fire you, the Chris. That is all they can speak. And other language they speak is Hausa. So the Oga now told us that the Chinese and the husband will pay 40 million. Why me, I'm going to pay 10 million. Then the other guy, the driver is under the Chinese guy. So the driver, whatever the driver pays, cover the Chinese guy. Then the guy in the front, they said that one is going to pay also 10 million. That if we did not pay the money, that he's going to leave us with his boys. And those his boys, they are thirsty for blood. So, and I start calling my people. And I was pleading, if you want to even make a plea, please, I don't get this kind of money, I never see them. They will rush us, hit us, So I called my people, I told them what happened, that we were kidnapped. And when the incident happened, later on, we now find out that those army now came to carry the motor, and they saw driving license of the guy that owned the car.
Okay.
So they now called the brother, because the next of kin there is the brother. So the army called the brother that the brother is kidnapped and so. So from there we started calling our people, and my brother, not that I'm managing myself. Even the money I have in account is not up to a million. So, or because before I travel to village, I've already sold off my goods. In the Christmas period, I've sold off my goods. So
Yes.
I'm having the whole money that when I come back, I will start making order from China, how I do my business and move on. I had to transfer the money in my account to my brother so that they will start adding up for themselves.
Yes.
So my brother too said he does not have, and he just sends more money out to China that he does not have. So, and the land I have is in the compound. It's not something that they can sell. Everybody was running around, and the other guy too. Everybody was calling because they use our phone, one of the driver phone, which is Nokia Touch.
Yes.
That is the phone that we are using to make call. We call somebody to put card on it, about 4,000 or so. If the card finishes, we send another one. So we are using the phone to make call. Throughout that day, there was no much response. They tie us back, and we were lying down without food, without water, because it is in a very deep bush. So when it was midnight, we were all lying down, and they now surround us. They round us about, and more troop of them now came in.
Were they soldiers? These people, were they dressed like the military or something?
They have army uniform and mopol and police. They have their uniform. They were wearing it. I don't know if it's the real one or
fake ones.
They might be working together.
Yes.
Yes. So they were making a cantation, and all of us, I thought I was not going to see the next day, because what came to my mind is these people that butcher people, sell passes, they cut people's parts and sell. So I was thinking those people that came in that midnight, they've come to collect passes, maybe our pass. So I was praying. My people in the village were praying. My mom, the whole church in the village. In short, my mom is the CWO leader, and she's their treasurer. She went to church and told the reverend, they gathered, everybody was praying. My father too was doing his emenana. Everybody was praying. Even the Lagos here, my local church, everybody was praying. Even Pastor Kelechi, because when it happened, I called Eze, which is our Unit 1 PRO. I told him that, look at what happened, I should inform my people, my unit leader. So Pastor Kelechi called me as well. He called the number. They gave me phone. So I told him what happened. Him too, he was praying with his minister. So that night, I believe that God intervened. That is why they did not butcher us. So when they break, we thank God that we see another day. That's how we continue. They were beating us. They were slapping us. So they tied our hand. Even the way they tied my own hand there, I was pleading that if they can reduce it a bit, because the blood was not flowing into my veins again. My hand was swelling up. I could not shift a bit. There was no water. I was pleading for a drop of water, but my throat was very dry. Nobody's talking about food, just if you can get a tip of water. So they said that water is not here. That if we not pay money, how can we drink water when we have not bring money for them? That if we not bring money for them, they will throw us where others are, those that don't have money. They will put us there, and there is death. There's nothing that they can do about it. That's what the chairman, the guy, is telling us. But that one can communicate with us. So that is how the calling. I called my friends. Everybody is saying that they just came back from a travel, that there is no money. So some contributed little. And after I said I'm done, we were able to raise 3 million. Even after my brother sold his RAV4 Jeep, he went to deposit because he has a RAV4 Jeep. He submitted it. My mom is the treasurer of the CWO. The money is in her account. She brought it out. Even the one my wife is using to manage, everybody sent all that they have. And all we could raise is 3 million. We were begging for my own, because everybody is on his own, and they separated us. They separated us from each other, so that we cannot communicate with ourselves. And if anytime we are making call, they will put the gun on our head and the dagger on our neck, and we must not speak Igbo language. All they permit us to speak is what they can hear, which is our normal broken. So that is how we've been running up and down. And the guy swear that he can never collect 3 million. He swear with his life that he can never collect 3 million. That if my people cannot save my life just because of 5 million, that he has no other option than to put me where others belong. So the other guys too were making call. Even the other guy in front, that one, his phone spoiled and he cannot call anybody. They were beating him. They almost beat him to death. There was the time they take him out. They went to try and drop him to that place. It was the Chinese, the one that was marrying Chinese woman that was pleading with them that is going to support, that they should not take him. So all of us were crying. We were crying. So they now bring him back. They say that they're going to give us more 24 hours to provide the money, else that there's no space for them, that they're bringing more people. So that is how later my brother, he went to borrow money again. And other people that I'm doing a joy in the market, I call market people. I even called somebody that they should find somebody that will come and take my counter where I'm selling my shop.
Yeah.
So they should sell my goods anyhow if they can realize 2 million, because what we needed then is 2 million. So later on, we were able to borrow money from a larger people that are doing contribution, and they know me and my neighbors, my Yoruba neighbors and my Ipob brothers. So later on, they gathered the money from my own, and the Chinese guy later on his own was bring down to 15 million. So the other guy, there was nothing that was left for him, but 2 million was realized for him, and there was nothing. They almost killed him.
Okay.
It was by the mercy of God that they now agreed. They now agreed, and they said that the money should be brought to them in cash, not by transfer. And if we arrange anything like police or army, that is our life that we will just waste, because them, they cannot do anything to them. So the guy that is married to the Chinese woman, his uncle is a rich man. So one of his errand guy is a retired police. So he sent the police and my brother. They carry the cash inside boot,
okay,
so that nobody will stop them on the way. If police stop them or army, he will show them his ID card as a retired police. So that is how they came. My brother knew how to speak Hausa very well, so he was speaking Hausa with them on how to get to the location. So it took them almost 2 hours before they were able to locate them. So when they locate them, they opened the booth and brought out the money and give them, because the money was in a bag of rice, in 3 bags of rice. They carried the money. So when they gave them the money, they released 3 bullets. This thing I'm telling you happened around, when they give them the money, it should be around 3 p.m. And they released 3 bullets in the air. Then they now start coming. When they released the bullets, we heard the sound of the gun in the bush.
Yes.
And the fellow, and those people that were with us, that's the fellow kidnapper, the Fulani, they were rejoicing and jumping up that money has come. So we were waiting for them to arrive. So when they arrived, they were all sweating because the money was heavy. They came, and before then, they warned us that if the money is not complete, that they are going to shoot one of us as the penalty, and they're going to still hold us hostage. So I begged my brother to that my own, that he should not think maybe they will not cancel the money. Everybody was pleading on the people for the money to be complete, so that we can come back alive. Because the man promised us that if we bring the money, that's going to tell his voice to give us our phone, and it's going to release us. So when they brought the money, they were sweating and they poured the money on the ground. There was money everywhere, because they said the money should be in 1,000.
Yes.
So the money was everywhere, and they cannot. Where are they going to start counting the money from? After they just look as if they touch it and they count it, they give us 2 of their boys to take us where we will find our way. So even the Chinese woman, all of us were there, but they did not tie the Chinese woman hand. They did not touch the woman. So they gave her cook. Only her they gave cook. So that is how they were escorting us. 2 boys among them.
But did you forward this story to the police? That's why I'm interested. What did the authorities do? Because when Kelechi called, the idea was that the authorities, they know, especially the people in the Obas, nowhere in Benin there, they know about their location.
When we finally made it out.
Yes.
When we finally made it out, so we get the army people that carried the motor. We went to their place and they were asking us. But before then, the retired policeman told us that if the army asked us whether they kidnap us and hold us hostage and pay ransom, that we should not tell them the real story. as a policeman, a retired commissioner.
Who told you that? The retired commissioner of police?
Yes, in Asaba. The man is working with the guy uncle. The man told us that for us to go scot free now, we should just tell them that we escaped. Yes, we will still be in another query.
Do you have information on that very commissioner of police? Did you get his name or something? Because he has to be one of them. For them to tell, for a retired policeman to tell you that.
Listen.
Yes.
Let me finish. So when we get to the army checkpoint, so they were like, what happened? That they got information late. That before they could arrive, they have already taken us out and they don't know where they take us. So we were telling them that they catch us. So, but by God's grace, we were able to escape. They only robbed us and they collected our phone and the money in our pockets. So one of them is, I think the guy is an Ipob guy. He's a Biafra. So he called us out. He was asking if we can locate the place that this thing has been going on every day that they are picking motor there every day. But the thing is that they have written a letter to the Oba of Benin and the villagers that they should give them checkpoint, that they should clear that bush and use it for something useful, maybe for agriculture. But the Oba, they are not responding to them. That this thing now is beyond their power. It's beyond their power that this is happening, and they have spy. Those Fulani, they have spy everywhere. Even as talking to us now, that they're watching us, that they have spies everywhere. So we told them that we cannot locate it there. That it was in the night. We cannot locate it there. So the guy now said that one day, that he's hoping one day that they're going to give them order to ransack the bush, and it will be very easy for them to fish them out. Just that they have not received order and they cannot do anything without an order. So that is how we carry the motor and go our way. Honestly.
All right.
And on the process, the guy was saying that he was asking us if we are Asia. We said that we are Igbo. They said that Igbo we have money, and we are killing. She been with the kid their cow, Say we go die here today. Say now we the kid their cow. And before this thing happened, I have this feeling that I should. While I was coming, I had the feeling that I should delete everything that have to do with our Biafra struggle. I just wiped everything out because they seized our phone and they were watching pictures. So thank God that they did not see anything against them in my phone. So that is how we made it alive. And I said, let me tell my brother that anybody that is coming from East, anybody that is coming back now should not come through private, because all the targets now is private. All the target is private. They are working in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the night. And there are so many of them, different groups, not just one group. There are many numbers. So I said, let me share it to my fellow Biafrans.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much for your call. The point is that thank God you're alive. You are able to tell the story, and I know a lot of people are going to learn from that. All right, thank you very much. My only concern is if you are already been harassed, your money has been taken, and somebody doesn't want you to tell the story, somebody wants you to say you escaped, what kind of encouragement is that? If maybe they let you go, you didn't go through these problems, then you don't want to tell your story. It's a different ballgame. Are they coming to take you the second time? So what stops you from telling a story so that other people will take precaution on what has happened? Like I said anyway, all well said. When this life, there's hope. Thank God you came out alive. And there are some people who will go to that situation and they will not even be alive. You made very important point. People traveling should be very careful about using the private way of traveling. You either go by air or you go by public transport, because I think public transport, especially the luxurious buses, they will not want to bother with people in the luxurious bus. But when you're running 4 or 5 people in the car, that's when they'll be able to do their bid, whatever they want to do. That is the situation. That was our brother who was one more time, I say thank you for being able to come to Radio Biafra to tell your story. And we only sincerely hope that other people will learn from what has happened. All right, let's see. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi from South Africa.
Welcome to the program.
If we don't stand up to face what is facing us, it will happen what our leader said. If you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria is going to kill everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from. Whether you do why you're a Biafran. I think this is happening for so many reasons. You play a tape now, what happened in 2014. This man has been saying this for years and years and years. Fulani are coming. Where are they now? They are here. They were brought when during the COVID-19 lockdown through Dangote's truck. They all over Biafra land and Europe, all the whole south has been taken away by this Morodon. What are we talking about? To be honest with you, I really thank God for our brother's life. But if we don't do the needful, we are not going to. Our leader said this, and let me quote him, and let me repeat what he said once again. Biafra is not going to come by going to ask Fulanis, Addition or whoever to give us Biafra. We are going to fight for it.
Yeah.
The question, are we ready for it? How prepared are the South ready for what is coming? You're asking people, I'm not here, be not here. People that are living in the forest as if it's a house for anybody. The governor is saying, leave my forest. The president is saying no. And he's the chief security of his forest and his land. Can't we wake up and see what is about to happen to us as human beings? What is going on? I personally, for once, I ask myself this question on a daily basis. With the chase money, all of us are always busy looking for money. Are we not going to be alive to eat this money that we're chasing? This young man that is talking now has lost everything.
Yep.
His family has lost everything. Everyone around him have lost everything. Where does it start from? If Biafra is not here, it could be me. I was in Nigeria. I was begging one of my brothers that is a DSS member to give me an escort. He said he can give me an escort, but let him tell me the truth. Nigeria has been compromised. I can call his name on the air. He told me, where you're going, before they catch you, put your phone, they call my number, let it be reading what before you get to them. They are still going to slap you, say, who are you calling? Please tell them that Oga is on the phone. Don't call me when they are already with your phone. This shows that Nigeria has been sold out to the Fulanis. And if we don't do the needful, Biafrans, wake up. Listen to our leader. I am praying when this thing is going to happen, our leader is still going to have the God to lead this army. Because if let's say we have listened to him during the time he's asked for ammunition, I don't think this will be happening now. This is a hardcore Biafran has been kidnapped. Everything that he owns has been taken away from him. And we are busy chasing the shadow. And so-called the governors and the politicians are busy going around causing more mayhem against their people. If everyone can see this the way I see it, or see it the way so many of us see it, to be honest with you, Nigeria will not exist tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's very painful
This.
what has happened to our brother. Mazi, thank you.
There well, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm reading something here about those occupying the bush in the southwest that are being asked to leave. And the funny thing that Adeshino is supposed to be a Yoruba man, isn't he? They have another Afonja on the side. The Yoruba people have to. You see, our leader has said this before. This is not like it's prophecy coming through. He has said this before and over and over, and within our eyes it's happening. The Ondo State government on Wednesday insists that herdsmen must obey the 7-day vacation order issued by Governor Rotimi Akeredolu for them to leave the forest reserves in the state. The State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogo, stated this while featuring on channel television Sunrise Daily program mentioned by The Punch. Ojogo was reacting to a statement issued on Tuesday by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu. Is Garba Shehu? Is that not a Yoruba man? Is it? That sounds like a Yoruba name, isn't it? The commissioner said the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, he's dead, late, just say late, did not endorse the statement by the presidency, adding that Shehu must explain why he has taken up the fight of criminal elements who masquerade as headsmen. He is the Afonja of your time. Let me take a call. This call is coming in, and let's see this call. What's going on? The phone is not responding. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mazi, Iyke Peters. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, sir.
Good.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Good afternoon from here. I greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I salute you. Our leader, Mazi Namdekano, I salute you. Good afternoon from here. Speaking from my location, I'm Rabbi Charles. Mazi, Iyke Peters, are you hearing what I'm hearing now from the testimonial that you just played out?
Yeah.
Do you see what is going on?
It was live.
Okay,
the guy was
live. Yes, live. Yes. Let me tell us this, because most of our people don't know that kidnapping is an industry. It's a very big industry. It's in the black market. It's a dark world, another world that you don't see. The people you see on the surface wearing uniform, they are all the spies that they are talking about. The person telling you they have spies everywhere. You might look at them, you say they don't understand English. Only one does. All of them do understand English. They play it out for you.
Yeah.
So you can believe that they don't understand. They understand English, and let me tell us where the money is going to. But before I get there, let me first of all speak to the brothers and to Igbos. Igbos, have you heard it? When Kunle and Adamu were discussing, what they are trying to tell us is that, or tell people is that, if they ask a Yoruba man to pay 1 million, they will ask Hausa man, the Northerner, to pay 1,000, and they will ask Igbo to pay 10 million. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, see, when they say to you that Igbos, they have money, and let me tell us this. Every now and then, do you know that, okay, this guy is in Ikwate. He's doing his business on the Ikwate, not a store. That is counter. That is what he's saying. He doesn't have a store, but he can rally around and get 3 million in 1 hour. Now, put it this way. For many years, our leader has been calling. I'm not blaming the guy. I'm just telling our mentality here that we are faced with danger and even existential threat, that they want to wipe us out from the map, from existence, because they know that the jewels of that place is Biafrans and Biafran land. The land produces for you. The inhabitants in the land are very talented. The guy is in Ikwate doing not even a store owner. He doesn't have a store, own a shop. All of us started from that level. Some of us don't even have, when Idumota was Idumota, when Agarawu was Agarawu, some of us cannot afford store to rent a shop. You can put your things on Ikwate. Some doesn't even have anything. But when they see customer, they will tell customer, this contact point, I will supply it to you. Sometimes they demand it up to 5,000, 50,000 pieces. You will go to the owner, maybe it's it is Cosmas Madoka, Kocharis back in the days. You go to him, he will give you this at a discounted rate. And then you will sell it and make your living out of it. This is how the guy's life, this person talking now, this is the level he is. But he can rally around and get 3 million. Our leader gave us assignment to do. Ipob businessmen, Biafran businessmen. It will not cost you to raise $10 million for IPOB. I'm not soliciting money on air, but I'm just giving analysis here. Mazi, Peters, please. We can't do it. Okay, you know that there is a threat hovering around Biafran land. It will cost you additional money, maybe 100,000 or less, to take fly by air and get to where you are going, than you trying to save money going through that dangerous route, that road, and you lose everything that you have. Thank God you came out alive. You came alive. Kidnapping has been in existence for a very long time, and the Europeans have been kidnapped, so now they sent their men, train them, and they now are doing the job for them. If I can tell you, Biafrans, what these people plan for us is heavy. It is very, very heavy. What they plan to do to Biafrans, in every angle, we will be losing money here and there. You see why so many people don't want to get back there until when Biafra comes. So I'm using this opportunity to talk to many businessmen, Ipob businessmen. What our leader is doing, no Biafran can attend to that beside Ojukwu. He has been telling us, he went to America, so give us money to get arms. Yeah, and we have to call a spade a spade. These people are not hiding. And they will tell you, don't talk about it. Say that you escaped. Don't you see that person telling you that is one of them?
Exactly.
Because I hear you saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But the guy didn't understand. This is intelligent network. They use intelligence to do kidnapping. You can't kidnap somebody. They have people on the road. They have people pretending to be selling something. They have the one uniform police officers or army. Okay, let me say this. I've said it so many times. If you are coming from the airport and you have substance in your body, like those guys who used to traffic those things, you have it in your stomach. When they catch you in one of these European airports, if that thing is not, because they know what you have in your stomach is a limited amount, so they will detain you. They will then have mechanism to get it out. They will detain you and take it away from you and tell you, go out. When you go out, they will interrogate you. Is this thing owned by you? You say no, somebody sent you because you are destitute. They will take it from you and say, you go out. Anybody, when they ask you, say they just took it away from you. If you go and tell that guy that they took that thing away from you without them establishing a case that you lost something, blah, 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 and even detain you for you to go to court and for you to go to jail, if you go out that you have escaped, the owner will eventually shoot you. You're going to die. That is what Europeans are doing. I have worked with them. I know them. That's what they're doing. So if you think this kidnapping is just that man, they kidnap you, all of them there are English speakers. They speak English. They understand it. Okay, let me finally tell you this. When Joseph got his brothers in Egypt, his brothers were there. Remember, Egypt is the beginning of civilization, okay? At that time, Joseph could speak Egyptian language. When his brothers came from Canaan to buy food, he apprehended them and was speaking to them through an interpreter. Do you hear that?
Yep.
He was speaking to them through an interpreter. And the brother could not recognize him because his features and his dressing changed. He dressed as an Egyptian. He speaks Egyptian language. Everything about him appears to be Egyptian. So they believe that this is an Egyptian. Egyptian doesn't grow beards. He was shaved. But their brothers had beards on them. And eventually, he was speaking to them, disguising himself, his accent. At the end, He told them when they had already bowed down, as he saw it in that dream. At the end, he said, "I am Joseph." You think those men? Now, if you are a Bible student, you don't need any intelligent officer to tell you anything, because Elohim will begin to speak to you. If you are in Biafran land, in that contraption called Nigeria, listening to me, if 10,000 people can give this movement 1 million, what are we talking about here? Mazi, I Peters in Dewo.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. My brother, it's not easy, but like I said before, if you are taken in a situation like that, thank God very, very well that you came out alive. But everybody there, like my brother just said, they all speak English. Trust me, they understand English language. They are not stupid. They know what they are doing. They are all there to make this money, and they are making this money. Now you know where they are. A lot of authorities know where they are. Believe me sincerely. I quite believe it that they know how to get in the bush there and get these people. But how would they do that? Because part of the money they are collecting from you. When you look at them with all the millions and millions they're talking about, why would they want to still live in the bush if they have that kind of money? Of course not. They are there because they get peanuts. That money you see, all of them standing there together might not even get 1/4 of the entire money that was brought in there. The people on the outside who are their bosses, people gave them those guns. People are supplying the bullets. Those people that are supplying the bullets, they're like traders. They are nothing. The real moguls are those people that are outside. They know you, they pick you up, they go in there, they harass you, threaten you, do this and that, and they get this money from you. And they themselves, when they think of the kind of money they get, you realize that the money they get, they're not even anywhere going to get 1/10 of what they got. You know, I have a call, straight line call. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Good morning, Iyke teacher.
Welcome to the program.
God bless you and God bless every Biafran.
Dewo.
My name is Bullet Chikanariosoa. I'm from Abia State, precisely from Oloko. I'm from Ikuano. You see, my number one took from the retired police or whatever the rank might be. 100% is one of them.
Yeah, of course.
Let me tell you how I know. He has know how much you people paid. He has all the figures.
Yep.
Because you people let it out. So he's going to write it down. So the case if those people is going to tell him another figure. Because when police catch anybody came to report, armed robber have robbed me, they will tell you how much they collect and what. They will write it down. So the case if those people want to deny, so they know how much is their percentage.
Yep.
For him to come out and tell you, do not mention that they collect anything from you. Because if you do mention it to the soldiers, the military people, they will attack him. They will find out the place. They will send out what they call underground surveillance to be on. And number two is that guy has been in this business for a long time. You see, I am so happy, brother, that they did not kill you.
Yes.
They did not tamper with your life. Our leader has been saying this for a long time. You people say it is a lie. Okay, I'm sorry that your money is gone, but are you a one of us?
He is. He is.
Okay, you are one of us.
Ipob, yes.
And God bless you for that. Another thing is like every other people should learn from this. Please do not travel by that road, because even though the Oba, since the military man said they have reported this to the Oba there, and they don't want to give them a location or checking point, that means they know what is going on, because they are not in support of Biafra. If an Hausa man who claims that he doesn't speak English, telling you Igbos make money, that means there's something going on. And also, all of them speak English. There is nothing like no speaking English. Like Spanish here where we are, I reside here in the US, Spanish here, the Spanish man will tell you no English, Espanol, all his life. He speaks English. He just wants to know every information that you want to give out. Because when he pretends that he doesn't hear you, you will get information that will write his hand. You will give that information to his hand, and that might be the end of your life. But thank God, you are so wise, you didn't speak anything against them, you didn't do anything. For every difference should know, whoever that tell you that he doesn't hear English, you want to play on your intelligence. And we, as Biafran, as the Israelites, God give us that wisdom. We will not play into their hands. everyone, please support his security network in every little way you can. Please, because if some security network can come to stay, we will never give up until we get that we want. God bless Biafra. God bless our leader, Mazi, and God bless every fighter of freedom. May the Chuko Kikama be with us and grant us our desire.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I was reading something here about the 7-day ultimatum given to these people to get away from the forests in Southwest. And Shehu Garba, I'm almost, he said here, let's read this. He said, one thing is certain, President Muhammadu Buhari, by his antecedents, by his nationalistic posture, and by his performance, patriotism, that he is known for, may not have directed the statement. I am almost persuaded to think that Garba Shehu don't issue that statement because that will be better, a very dangerous one for the unity of this country. Unity. Nigeria is talking about unity. Isn't that something? People are so funny. They use words, they borrow words from what the white man is saying, from people who are a real country are saying, and they're using it to classify Nigeria as. I am waiting to confirm, and if it isn't true, he may have miscommunicated properly to the people of Nigeria. Ojogo said, if confirmed that Shehu Garba made the statement, then it would mean that certain persons in the presidency, certain officials in the presidency are actually out to create problem for President Muhammadu Buhari. The man is dead. You don't have a president. Why are you people talking like this? Every day I see your foolishness and your stupidity in thinking that Buhari is saying these things. Buhari is dead and buried. There are a group of people there who are saying this and they're just using his name. Presidency. What presidency? Very important thing. They say presidency said. Quote Muhammadu Buhari. Nobody quotes him anymore. Because what? He is a dead man, dead and buried somewhere in Saudi Arabia. He is not alive. Nigeria has no president. It's a group of people that that are ruling the country, making statements. They're not even communicating with themselves. They just say things that they have to say. Garba Shehu, is supposed to be a Yoruba person. I don't even know why the governor is wasting time. Hey, God, it's very simple. 7 days over, just said on Moteku to go in there and pursue all of them. Nothing will happen. Believe me, nothing. When I say nothing, N-O-T-H-I-N-G, nothing will happen. Nobody, the heavens will not fall. Let them come to Biafra land and let them give them ultimatum. We are not even giving ultimatum anyway. Our leader have already said, you don't live in the bush. We don't live in the bush. Our bushes are supposed to be reserved forests for farming, for our mothers to be able, if you go in there, you will die. It's as simple as that. Even if you're a local vigilante and you go into that bush with a gun, you will die. It's very clear. The message is very, very clear. It's been made and that's it. So you don't go there and think that they beg you, giving you 7 days ultimatum. No. We don't give ultimatum. Eastern Security Network, not ultimatum. Our leader said it already. He didn't tell you how many days you're going to be. He just said, leave the bush. If you go there and look for them. They will kill you. That is their area. The bush is where they belong. And you don't belong there. So if you go in there with a gun, they are going to kill you. You'll not come out alive. We don't care who you are. If you say you're a local vigilante, take your gun, go into that bush. Unless you're going there to farm with a knife, maybe you can be safe. But any weapon that you take in there into that bush, they will take care of you. Believe me sincerely. They tried it in Olo, and they all even left their vehicles and ran away because but we're not interested in the vehicles. We're interested in, don't go there and look for them. Do your patrol. You're a policeman, you're an army man, walk in the street and take care of whatever you're taking care of outside it. But if you go into the bush, anything for a that is what you ask for, is what you're going to get in the jungle. Don't go there. So I don't know why the governor is wasting his time giving this ultimatum. Fulani, our leader, have already said it over and over and over. They are not people you talk to because they're not normal humans. They are subhumans. They are not like everybody else. Negotiation for them is a waste of time. When you kill them, they will run. When they go in there to that bush, because you see, our brother that was kidnapped, they took him in the bush. This is where they operate, inside the jungle. Inside the bush. They take you from the street, they walk about an hour. You know what it means to walk 1 hour inside the bush? You don't even know where you're going. They take you there and go in there. That's where they have their camp, because that's where they live, in the bush. If you leave them in the bush, they will take care of you. So the man in the West, the governor, should do what he thinks is right. Send Omotekun in there. If they cannot, they should ask our leader to lend them some men, because our leader had promised you that they'll give you 1 million men. He's ready. They'll go there and pursue those people out of the bush. Nobody's going to attack anybody in the city. The army is not in the bush. Any army that goes in the bush, that they see you in the bush, it means you are one of them. It's as simple as that. If you stay in the city, in the road, in the city with everybody else, you live like everybody else, nobody's going to give you any problem. Caller, good morning. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Turn down your radio, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon to you, Mazi. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and the lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, will continue to be with us and keep us moving forward. My name is Sugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this afternoon, Mazi. You see, there's something you just said now. This is a simple truth, and at the same time, we are helping these evil people to know that they are partner in crime with the zoo rulers who claim to be the leader. Anybody that called himself a journalist, a presenter, you work in radio, you work in television, and you come out and tell us that the Mr. Muhammadu, the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, said, you are a devil, a servant of devil. You work with devil, and you support the evil that is happening here. I told one that is working in a radio station that you don't even need to lament, because you are partner in crime, you support, and you are among the people that makes the masses to suffer. He said, what do you say? I say, you heard me right, and I will repeat myself. You are among people that is killing innocent people. He said, how? What do you mean? You are accusing me sitting down in a radio station and saying what the news said. I said, Mr. That man you just mentioned, that news you read is false. Why are you people giving us false information every day? Don't you know that you are the reason why people are blind? You support this evil concussion and their efforts. You are the reason why some people are confused, despite what our leader Mazi Kano, the effort he puts to make this truth known, and all of you are covering this evil. Every day you will come out and tell us false news that is misleading people. Instead of all of you, you claim to be Christian. Don't you know that the Christ said that if that one of your hand will make you not to enter into the kingdom, guys, you need to cut it off. You think it is physical cutting it off? That is a parable. That's a illustration. It's a parable. It stands for what is happening today. You all know the truth, and you continue to give us false information. Don't you know that you are supporting this evil government? And he was somehow quiet. He shut his mouth. He said that I'm not in partner with you, what is going on in this country. I am not a governor. I'm not a senator. We are talking of governor and senator and president. I'm not talking of journalists. So, in the sense of saying the truth, if you support evil, I normally say this: when you see evil and you keep quiet, you watch evil going on. No matter you know that this is evil, you are a part of that evil because you are the promoter. You are the reason why people continue to suffer. Yes. So what I'm saying is like on what we are seeing on the destruction of our land, Biafra. Some people think that they are doing people that is seeking for the restoration by sabotaging what we are doing, not knowing that at the same time you are digging your grave because you reside here. You claim to be a member at the same time, a family and a citizen of Biafra. But one way or the other, you use it to do business. You don't want us to be free. That cost, you are bringing it to your generation because your generation will suffer. Let me make this example open so that everybody knows. Mazi, you see, there's a particular time that the zoo give order for sit at home. And some people say that they will not sit at home because now the indigenous people of Biafra they are doing so thing that their leader announced for everyone to sit at home. So that the reason why they will not sit at home, that they are not a member, of IPOB. Do you know that the people that went out that day, some of them didn't come back. The people that go out for their work, some of them didn't return back. Why some of them, they found themselves, both male and female, inside the zoo police cell. This thing happened on my Korokoro eye. Because of what? That was when our leader announced for sit at home. And the zoo government came and said, nobody should listen to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that everybody should go to their normal business as usual. The people that are listening to the zoo government, some of them, the zoo government arrested them. I'm telling you the honest truth. And I am saying, we need to be free from the hands of the wicked ones. And the only thing that will make us to be successful on what we are doing is for you evil ones to repent. Because you are the one contributing, telling them and supporting their effort, whatever they are doing. That is the reason why we continue to lament every day for you as an evil person to stop this, your evil. This thing that you're doing will not help you. Sometimes you will come and deceive yourself and say, presidency, you want 2023 president. You will not get it because this is not what the masses want. That there is nothing like presidency. They have never given it to you before. They say you can never be their leader, and you are hearing it. And they even say that they will not allow you to control your own destiny, and you are seeing it. Why are you deceiving yourself? So since you don't want us, you claim to be one with us, and you are not giving us that opportunity to be one, and you say we want to go, you're blocking our load. And you that are supposed to join your brothers and sisters, you are contributing to the sufferings and the pains of your brothers. Don't you know that you are cursed? Mazi, may the blessing of Chukwu Kikayama be with every one of you for devoting your time, for doing this wonderful work, hearing the voice of salvation at this time and acting with it by feeling it. Chukwu Kikayama will bless every one of you and bless our leader Mazi Kano, the most honest person of our own time. I called him. Thank you so much, Mazi.
There will. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have a call coming in on straight line. Let's take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Peter. My name is Kinsley Ozilibu, calling you from Morocco.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, my brother. I'm always watching, listening to your program. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mazi Kano and thank every principal officers. Honestly speaking, Nnamdi Kano have done a great thing to us. Oh my God.
Go ahead, sir. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. You know, for what's going on there now, I know the time of these guys are trooping up to that country, we are aware. Even most of them living here, they take 500 euro under the government of European to go what? Going back. I asked a Guinean Conakry Fulani, what are you going to Guinea to do? He said he is heading to Nigeria. So I'm not surprised these people are there making hell out of money while our people dying. My dear brother, this time around we are now is action. Action. We need action against these people. We don't need to come. We know that these people have been planning this to be our own. We work them collect, even the bank, everything they control. How do a kidnapper will transfer money? A kidnapper will transfer money to his own account, no tracing, Now they will come out in radio to explain how they pay 10 million. Now that 10 million now is look like he's gone. But this is what we are talking about. We must be careful for what is going on. But today now, the story have become just less ahead. It's all right. This is how. This is a country that an imposter become the president. You know that all the whole terrorist agents will come there to make up their money. You see, my brother, I want everybody to join his security network to make sure that these people come out with what we are expecting for them. My dear brother, we don't hope in any democracy again. In any democracy, no hope. Only hope we have is to what? Get ourselves, unite and free ourselves from this bondage and restore Biafra. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And bless, I'm telling you, every principal officer. You people have done a great job. That million war, I'm telling you, we are the winner. And we are going to be win, both physically and spiritually. All hail Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. There we All right, this is Radio Biafra. This something I'm reading about the Commissioner Jogo, what was saying about Garba Shehu. Let me read it out. It says, if Garba Shehu indeed issued that statement, then he owes the people of this country a great deal of explanation to let people know why he must take up the fight of criminal elements. I do not believe by his pedigree. That's a good statement. Because he's a Yoruba man. I do not believe by his pedigree that he must want to offer himself as a spokesperson for people masquerading as headsmen and committing crimes. Garba Shehu is another Afonja. He's coming. Our leader told you this. That's the first thing. That's the game that they play. They are butting one person over. His name is Garba Shehu. He is now speaking for them. I don't want to believe he has offered himself, that's what the commissioner is saying, as the spokesperson for criminal elements who are operating under the herdsmen, he added. The commissioner further said, security agents have enough facts that victims of kidnappings in the state were being taken into the thick of the forest reserves by criminal elements who have infiltrated the ranks of the Fulani herdsmen who presently occupy portions of the forest reserves. Nothing that the state government was bent on clearing the mess. Hence, all herdsmen in the forest reserves must vacate the place before Monday, January 25th, 2021. This is exactly what our brother called, the brother that they kidnapped. They took him to the forest. That's where they operate. So Garba Shehu, the Yorubas, you are in for another Afonja. That's he is. That's exactly who he is. You say by his pedigree, you don't think he should be. Of course he is. He is bought over. These people, Lucifer, Satan, they can buy him with anything. Now he's now against his own people. He's now against his own people. Because of what? He's been given money. He's a spokesperson of the so-called Buhari, a late president. There's nobody called Buhari. We all know that. You can fool yourself, you can deceive yourself, you can lie to yourself, you can pretend as if there's a... You know, the problem with Buhari is that if it is found that this man is dead, he's not more there, a lot of you guys out there are going to lose your job. So you're trying everything. Even the commissioners, everybody's talking, everybody's afraid. Oh, change. First they say, why don't you change the service chiefs? How can you change the service chiefs? The service chiefs know that the man there is not Buhari. How dare you even talk about it? Go change them, let me see. The Senate is inviting Buhari as if you don't know he wasn't going to show up. Of course he could show up. There is no Buhari. There is no Buhari. Buhari is dead. He's dead and gone. His wife has relocated. She's not in Aso Rock. You think the man is there. I was listening to somebody say, I think what I know is that Buhari is alive. It's just that he's incapacitated. He cannot talk. People are talking for him. Get out of here. The man is dead. Stop fooling yourself. A man is incapacitated, so that means the wife should relocate. I don't know. I've never heard a thing like that before. When the man is incapacitated, this is when his wife needs him more. That's when the wife is supposed to be there. But the woman has left you guys. She has told you people before, I am not the wife of, don't call me the wife of the president, call me the first lady. Ha ha. Yeah? She's not the first lady anymore. She's just call her the first lady, not the wife of the president. The woman has given you every indication. I'm building a university in memory of my husband. I'm quoting her. You don't build universities in memory of dead people. Or people who are alive, I'm sorry. You only build it in memory of dead people. She's aware. They have taken over our government. Where are the men? Say woman. So what do you want her to do? She has relocated for her own life. She's still young. She's still looking like a young titi. There are men out there who want to have a ball. So just let her go out there and enjoy herself. So let's stop fooling ourselves. There's no Buhari. Afonja is in the making. Another Afonja, Garabashew. The Yoruba people should wake up. Send Amoteku to that place to clear that bush. Nothing will happen. Believe me sincerely, nothing. You'll not be doing yourself a favor by allowing those people to remain there because your family is not safe. Your mothers are not safe. Your daughters are not safe. They are going to kill them because that's what they know how to do. Rape your women. Caller, good morning. I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Welcome.
This is here. Mazi, to start with, to my recollection, Garuba Shehu isn't a yellow guy, not a Biafra. I think he's a full animal.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. So please, I will make it brief. I just listened to the testimony of our brother who survived in the hands of the killer X-Men.
Please introduce yourself. Tell us your name. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
I just said that I'm Mazi calling from there.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, sir.
So we appreciate God for him and the rest of the other victims. Unfortunately, I have had the experience, not me directly, but my uncle's wife was also had the experience of being kidnapped. And I tell you the truth, when they tell you not to announce or inform the law enforcement agents, and I think if you go ahead doing that, you probably are taking more risk that you would imagine, because these people they are interconnected with one another. So when they tell you don't involve the police, don't involve the military, please don't do that. If you can be able to pay their ransom or whatever they are demanding, their demands may be, you do it, and then that's what we did in our own case.
Yeah, but the concept, let me interject. What I'm saying is, after you've paid the ransom, you've already left, and somebody's telling you don't tell them, just say that you escaped. Does that make any sense?
Mazi, they will tell you not to say it, not even 1 month or 2 months or 3 months afterwards. They still want you not to report the situation to law enforcement agents. Otherwise, they will threaten that they will come back, re-kidnap the people. This time I'm talking about if you are stating, if you are kidnapped like my uncle's wife who was taken right from her home, that they will come back, and this time not about kidnapping, but they are going to kill, their language of threat and all that. So I think not telling the police, probably maybe the best people abroad, I believe so. I've personally not had the experience, but we just thank God for him. So, but another appeal I want to make is that in his appeal, if it is possible, that the testimony of our brother is given more attention. So long as he said is an IPOB, probably when our brother Kelechi, who is on the ground, they have made some verification more, that probably the brother situation is given more attention, if you know what I mean. So because I know what he must be passing through now, and probably probably life is not going to be the same again for him. So since it's an IPOB, a situation, if he can receive more attention, that will gladden all of our hearts. Thank you so much. That's all I want to contribute.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I think I have room for one more call before I go. Unfortunately, I seem to differ in opinion. If you are caught and you're told not to involve the police and you have the means of paying for to get your head out of that mess, yes. But after you've taken everything from me and I'm gone, and somebody's saying, don't tell them, don't tell the story, just say that you just escaped. I am still lost at what that's going to really achieve. Because before, yes, your life is in danger when you make this report. But after you've paid the money and then you go home and you don't tell anybody, I just escape because I'm a tiger. Well, I don't know. I'm still have to be convinced that it's a very wise thing to do. Let me take this call. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Please make it very brief.
Okay, sir. Mazi Alozie. Shalom. Machineke.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My name is Chinemerem, calling from Ghana. I hear from Suka province. I just want to drop some things for us concerning all this in the Fulani government in the zoo are doing. And I want to let us know that everything they are doing, we are going. We are going. As one of our sister, Onyeka said, and they are so-called Never Again Zoom program. We are going because everything they are doing, that is true. Everything they are doing, like now, this kidnapping something. Imagine a governor, a state governor will collect money, will go and negotiate with the so-called bandits. You know them. No single soul of them will be arrested, so that others will learn from them. None of them. They all the time negotiating. Imagine the time Nigeria government gave bandits 100 billion naira, and they insist that it will be 160. And all these things they have even told us that we should go. We are going. So let us forget about and continue fighting for our own protection. All we know, our focus now is those so-called leaders in Biafra land. If they can never mess up with our future again. Shalom, Machineke. All hail Biafra.
So much. Thank you very much, my brother. All right, this is the last call I'm going to take today. I'm going to shut down all the phone lines, but I still want to read this statement to you. This is very important. It says the commissioner further stated that security agents have enough facts that victims of kidnappings in the state were being taken into the forest by Fulani herdsmen. That is the story. So what I need you to do is, tomorrow is another day. Sorry, I'm losing my voice already. However, thank God the program is over. So what I will do is, tomorrow we're going to come back on air and then continue with our old broadcast, past broadcast by our leader. I'm going to pick up one and then we'll talk about it. Fortunately, this morning, I did pick up that. I was expecting people to comment on it, but one or two people said something about it anyway, which is very good. So as a matter of fact, and I stand to be corrected, Garba Shehu, somebody made me to understand that he's a Fulani man. So he's trying to protect his own people. He's the one speaking. He's now speaking for Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad Buhari is dead. He's no more alive. We don't have a president. Nigeria does not have a president. If they do have a president, why are they always saying presidency said? Presidency is not one person. Presidency is supposed to be the people working under the president. So why must they always be the ones that are being quoted now? They are not saying that the president said or the president come out and say something. Yesterday, I watched Dele Momodu's program on Facebook. It was live. He said so many things, and I sent a text. Like I commented, I made comments like everybody else. I was expecting him to read my comment. Not because I was very special, no, because I think I directed it to him directly. I said, you are a renowned journalist. You are the one that told us that you interviewed Muhammad Buhari in 2015. Good. So what stops you from calling on the same presidency to give you a room with the president? Get two other two journalists who can speak Fulfude. Go sit down with him and let him speak his language to these people. You cannot do that because all of you are trying to be politically correct. I respect you. I respect Dele Momodu as a very good journalist, as a renowned journalist, to be honest with you. But there are places that you guys are at fault. Let's stop fooling ourselves by deceiving ourselves that Buhari is alive. He's not alive. You know it and I know it. You might want to be politically correct, yes. Listen to the attack that they gave you. The people said, why did you bring Nnamdi Kanu to your program? And why did you even go to entertain the program of our leader, the Muhammad Buhari? Because they know Nnamdi Kanu is flawless. Nnamdi Kanu is a tiger. Nnamdi Kanu is everything. He will say it the way it is. He doesn't have a permanent friend, neither does he have a permanent enemy. If you do something that is good, he praises you. When you do something that is stupid, he tells you you're stupid. That's it. That's what I expect most of you journalists to be. So if Dele Momodu thinks that Buhari is alive, he interviewed him in 2015, okay, this is 2021. Call for the same interview. Call for live interview. Go there with other journalists. None of you will do that. All you need to do is to come out and tell us you have a president when actually the man is long dead and buried. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're going off the air at this time, but I'll be with you again tomorrow at the same time. From here, let's stay tuned. Don't go away because Mazi Alozie is coming on air. Radio Biafra USA 1 is coming on air, so stay tuned. Tomorrow, by God's grace, we'll all be here again. From me, it's goodbye.
We are doing. I say, invite me to your house. I will debate you. When I finish debating with you, your wife will leave you. Your wife will see the stupidity in you and she'll walk away from you.